Hey y'all, so real quick, the Lord just put this in my spirit. Sorry for laughing, but take this word back to God and ask God what this mean, okay? Um, when I was about I think 3 or 4, right? 3 or 4, I stole something. I stole a candy bar from and my daughter is right here. She's like, so can you get out my business, please? All right, back to what I was saying, y'all, before I was rudely interrupted with the stairs. So when I was, very young, 3 or 4, I stole one of my classmates' candy bar, right? And I remember stealing her candy bar out of her lunchbox. This is when everybody else was out the class. And I think we were leaving lunch and everybody had stopped by the restroom to use the restroom before we returned to the class. But I had made it to the class first and I had stole my classmate's candy bar. I took it out of her lunchbox and I put it in my sock. I hid the candy bar in my sock. Yes, I did. Don't y'all judge me for what I did when I was a little baby. So, my classmate came back in the class and she went in her lunchbox and she started crying. Yeah, I felt so horrible. I felt like from the moment I took the candy bar, I knew it was wrong. I knew it was wrong, but I took her candy. She came back excited, ready to eat her little candy bar. It was gone. She started crying. And she went to tell the teacher. The teacher was standing in the doorway. And she said, somebody stole my candy bar. So I'm looking at her like, oh God. Ugh. I'm caught. It's over. It's a wrap. So the teacher looked over at me because it's just me and her in the classroom. So the teacher looks at me and say, Willette, can I have a word with you for a minute? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. So the teacher pulled me to, outside the door of the classroom. And, she stooped down on my level because I was, little, puny. I was little. And she said, okay, now I need for you to be honest. If you took her candy bar, because it's just you in here, if you took her candy bar, here's what we're going to do. She said, you're not going to get in trouble. What we're going to do, I'm going to take all the kids. I'm going to take them, I think she said down the hallway. They was like going to go to a walk, on like a little walk, and they'll come back. She says, nobody's going to know you took it. All you have to do is put the candy bar back in her lunchbox, okay? And when you're done, you join us in the line. So y'all, I said, okay, yes ma'am. So she took all the kids down the hallway. They went for a little walk. While they were gone, she allowed me time to put the candy bar back to where I got it from. I remember being so embarrassed, feeling so ashamed, and just feeling so bad. So bad. Because I had wanted that candy bar real bad. But I knew it was wrong because it didn't belong to me. It did not belong to me. And to see another child cry behind something I had done, I was like devastated. As a child, y'all, I was little. So we got back in the classroom and my classmate looked at her lunchbox and she said, oh, my candy bar is right here. So, which the teacher knew, I knew, right? But I said, woo, Lord, help me. I'll never do that again. And y'all, every time I look at that candy bar in the store, like, I'm 43. I have never bought that candy bar. Never. I have never bought that candy bar. Every time I see that candy bar, I keep it moving. I am reminded of when I stole when I was little. I said, no. And it's called a whatchamacallit. Y'all remember them candy? Because I never had one. I'm talking to them. Can I? Thank you. So it's called a whatchamacallit. 43, I've never bought one of them candy bars because I was so ashamed about what I've done. I really, 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 felt really, really bad for what I've done. So I'm in here, chilling, and the Lord reminded me of that. I said, God, you want me to tell them that story? Okay. So y'all, so this word is going to bless you. So listen, whoever stole from you, right? They are not going to benefit from it. The Lord is not going to let them rest until they give it back to you. Because I saw in the spirit where somebody stole something that meant a lot to you and you hurt by it. It could be something sentimental. It could be something of value. It could be something it's yours. It belongs to you. But what I saw was like your DNA is on it and they're going to have to give you back your stuff. They're not going to be able to use what's yours in this season, okay? So it could be like a ring. Let me take this ring off and show you. This is just some costume jewelry. But for an example, it could be like a ring that means a lot to you. But what I saw on the inside was your name personalized, right? They can't do nothing with that ring because when I saw in the spirit was they stole something from you and it cannot fit them. It's not customized for them. And even with that, it got your name on it. So even if they try to pawn it, it's still going to come back to them. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So the Lord is saying that they ain't going to have no choice but to give you back what's yours. So don't find it strange if you knew you put something someplace, right? And it goes missing. And then it popped back up. The Lord has shown me that he is dealing with those that have stolen from you. Now, they're going to have a choice. Either to return it. If not, they're going to have to suffer the consequences. Even me, as a little child, I was only 3 or 4 years old. I knew right from wrong. Okay? And when that teacher gave me a choice, I had a choice to make. I could have either keep denying the fact that I stole that little girl candy bar, or I could have returned it back and do the right thing. But see, that taught me a valuable lesson even as a child. It taught me a valuable lesson. Now, either you can learn from what you do wrong, or you can suffer the consequences. The choice is up to you. But don't even trip. Whoever stole from you, they're going to have to return it because it's no value to them. It's just like them stealing a very expensive phone, but the only way to unlock the phone is with your fingerprint. It's not going to do them no good. It's just like them stealing, what else I saw in the spirit? They won't be able to steal your inheritance. They won't be able to take from you. It just like, thank you, Holy Spirit. It's just like somebody stealing your makeup foundation, right? And y'all there is a 10 shade difference. Okay? You one complexion and they a whole nother complexion. They're stealing your foundation. It ain't gonna do them no good. They're gonna have to give you your stuff back, y'all. So don't even trip. You don't have to put nobody, out there like that. Is what God is saying. God is gonna do the revealing, y'all. They got a chance. They got a choice to either return it. Okay? You gotta put that shame to the side. You gotta put that that guilt to the side, and you got to put that pride to the side. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And return it. They got to return it in this season. They're not going to get away with it. They won't be able to sleep. They won't be able to rest. I'm telling you. If you don't want it stole, you ain't going to be able to sleep. You ain't going to be able to do nothing with it. And there's going to be some consequences behind you stealing. Even though they probably didn't see you take it, that might be the thing that you're using. Well, she ain't got no proof, or he ain't got no proof. He ain't see I take it. She didn't see me take it. God saw. God said how he looked low. So thou shalt not steal. Take this word back to the Lord in prayer. I love you. And you already know. God love you way more. Be blessed, y'all. Bye. Be blessed, bye.